Have you ever seen a photo that just feels off? An image that sends a shiver down your spine, even if you can't quite explain why? Today, we're diving deep into the world of photography to uncover some of the most unsettling, mysterious, and downright cursed photos ever captured. These aren't just spooky pictures. They're images with stories so strange, they'll stick with you long after you've looked away. So, dim the lights, get comfortable, and let's explore the moments that were frozen in time, forever carrying a sense of unease. Our first photo takes us back to the 1950s, to a seemingly ordinary family moment. The Cooper family has just moved into their new home in Texas. To celebrate, they take a picture of the grandmother and two children sitting at the dinner table, smiling happily. But when the photo was developed, it revealed something utterly terrifying. Hanging upside down from the ceiling was a dark, shadowy figure. There was no one else in the room when the picture was taken. To this day, no one has been able to explain who or what that figure was. Was it a trick of the light? A double exposure? Or did the Coopers capture an uninvited guest hanging from their ceiling? The sheer unexpectedness of this ghostly figure in such a normal family photo is what makes it so chilling. Next, we journey to the cold, desolate landscape of the Ural Mountains in 1959. This photo is one of the last ever taken by the Dyatlov Pass hikers. A group of 9 experienced Russian hikers set out on an expedition but never returned. When search parties found their campsite, it was a scene of pure chaos. Their tent was sliced open from the inside, and the hikers' bodies were found scattered across the snow, some bizarrely underdressed for the freezing conditions. This final blurry photo, taken by one of the hikers, seems to show strange glowing orbs in the night sky. What did they see that caused them to flee their tent in such a panic? Theories range from an avalanche to secret military tests, but the strange lights in this last photo add a layer of otherworldly horror to an already baffling mystery. The image isn't just a picture. It's the final, silent scream from a tragedy that remains unsolved. Let's move on to an image known simply as the SS Watertown Ghosts. In 1924, 2 crewmen, James Courtney and Michael Meehan, were tragically killed in an accident aboard the oil tanker SS Watertown. As was custom at the time, they were buried at sea. But their story didn't end there. For days afterward, the remaining crew reported seeing the ghostly faces of the 2 men in the waves following the ship. The ship's captain, Keith Tracy, decided to try and photograph them. On one afternoon, he took his camera and snapped 6 photos of the water. 5 showed nothing but waves. The 6th, however, clearly shows 2 human-like faces in the water. The shipping company even had the negative examined by a professional investigation agency, who could find no evidence of tampering. Were these the spirits of the lost sailors, forever following their vessel? Now for a photo that blends the historic with the bizarre. Take a look at this picture from 1941, taken at the reopening of the South Forks Bridge in British Columbia, Canada. It looks like a typical crowd scene from the era, with people in 1940s hats and coats. But look closer. In the middle of the crowd is a man who looks completely out of place. He's wearing modern-looking sunglasses, a t-shirt with a printed logo, and holding what appears to be a portable camera. He looks like someone from the 21st century who accidentally stumbled into a time warp. He's been dubbed the time-traveling hipster. Skeptics have tried to debunk it, suggesting his clothes could have existed back then, but put together, his entire appearance is strikingly anachronistic. Is this definitive proof of time travel, or just a very fashion-forward man from the 1940s? You decide, but it's undeniably strange. Here's one that will make your skin crawl. This is the Amityville Ghost Boy photo. The Amityville haunting is one of the most famous paranormal cases in history, surrounding a house where a horrific family murder took place. In 1976, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren visited the house, bringing along a team of researchers. One of the team members, Gene Campbell, set up an automatic camera to take infrared pictures throughout the night on the second floor. When the film was developed, Most of the pictures were empty, but one photo showed a small boy with glowing eyes peeking out from a doorway. There were no children in the house at the time. Some believe this is the ghost of John DeFeo, one of the children murdered in the house years earlier. The image is grainy, and the child's face is eerie and sad, a ghostly reminder of the home's tragic past. Our next photo is a bit different. It's not ghostly, but its implications are deeply disturbing. It's a photo of Regina Walters, a 14-year-old girl, taken by serial killer Robert Ben Rhodes just moments before he murdered her. Rhodes was a truck driver who had outfitted his rig with a mobile torture chamber. He would pick up hitchhikers and subject them to unspeakable horrors. This photo was found in his possession after his arrest. It shows Regina, with her hair cut short, in a black dress, looking back at the camera with an expression of pure terror. What makes this image so cursed is knowing the context. It's not just a picture, it's the final horrifying moment of a young girl's life, captured by her killer. It's a testament to the real-world evil that can exist, and it's an image that's impossible to forget. Let's shift back to the purely unexplained with the Solway Firth spaceman. In 1964, a man named Jim Templeton was taking photos of his young daughter in a field in Cumbria, England. It was a normal day, and he recalled no one else being around except for a couple of elderly women in a car far in the distance. When he got the photos developed, he was shocked. In one of the pictures, standing behind his daughter, was a figure in what looks like a white spacesuit and helmet. Templeton swore no one was there. He sent the photo to the police and even to Kodak, who confirmed that the negative had not been tampered with. It remains one of the most famous and baffling unexplained photographs ever taken. Who or what was that figure standing in the field that day? Our journey into cursed imagery would not be complete without mentioning the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. This is perhaps the most famous ghost photograph ever taken. Captured in 1936 at Raynham Hall in Norfolk, England, the photo purports to show the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole. Legend says she was locked away in the hall by her husband in the 1700s and died there. Her spirit has been seen many times over the centuries, always wearing a brown brocade dress, earning her the name the Brown Lady. Two photographers from Country Life magazine were taking pictures of the hall's main staircase when one of them suddenly yelled that he saw a misty, veiled form coming down the stairs. He ordered his partner to snap a picture. The result is this iconic, ethereal image of a ghostly figure descending the staircase. While many have tried to debunk it as a double exposure or a trick of the light, it has stood the test of time as a truly haunting photograph. Next is a photo that feels like it's straight out of a horror movie. It's an image from an abandoned mental asylum. The photo shows a long, decaying hallway with peeling paint and debris scattered everywhere. At the very end of the hall, shrouded in darkness, stands a tall, slender figure. It's too far away to make out any details, but its presence is incredibly menacing. It just stands there, watching. This photo is a perfect example of how setting and ambiguity can create pure terror. Is it a real person? A ghost? A mannequin left behind? The not knowing is what makes it so terrifying. It taps into our primal fear of being watched from the shadows in a place already filled with a history of suffering and despair. Finally, we have the unsettling Goddess of Death statue. This artifact, carved from limestone and known as the Woman from Lem, dates back to around 3500 BC. Legend says the statue is cursed and brings death to any family that owns it. Its first known owner, Lord Elfont, and his entire family died within 6 years of acquiring it. Its next two owners and their families also perished under mysterious circumstances. Eventually, it was donated to the Royal Scottish Museum in Edinburgh. The story doesn't end there. The curator who handled the statue and placed it in its display case died within a year. Is it all a tragic coincidence, or does this ancient artifact carry a genuine curse? The photo itself is simple, just the statue, but knowing its deadly history imbues it with a sense of dread. It's a reminder that some objects might be better left undiscovered. And that's our tour of some of the most cursed and unsettling photos ever taken. From ghostly apparitions and time travelers to the final moments of a tragic life, these images show us that a single picture can hold a world of mystery, fear, and unanswered questions. They remind us that sometimes the most frightening things are not the monsters we imagine, but the real, unexplained moments frozen forever in a photograph. What do you think? Are these photos proof of the paranormal, or are there simple explanations we're missing? Let me know your theories down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.